Um, so for our media project for our zombie film called Unconscious, we submitted the first draft, which is currently up on my blog. But we needed to do a couple of extra shots, and here's a few that we shot just the last weekend. The idea of these shots is kind of expand on the opening, um, and really to just establish this character that we're following in the opening sequence. So, without further ado, let's have a look. So, in this shot, we wanted to try and introduce our character um, through a low angle shot, um, obviously to make him seem inferior and show that he's vulnerable. And for this, we to achieve the high angle shot, we needed to put the tripod with our camera up on the worktop, which proved to be a bit awkward when shooting. But uh, we think that this is probably the most successful shot that we got of it. Um, and yeah, it's just supposed to track around with him and show that he's going to be vulnerable. It's foreshadowing events surrounding him. Now, for this shot, we thought it'd be interesting to have a point of view shot. Um, the reason for a point of view shot is to give the impression that this character that we're following is being watched. And of course, we've left out ambiguous as to what he's being watched by. Um, with the colour of the cup here, we were hoping to have something red as to connote towards danger, but in doing that, we couldn't find quite simply a red cup to use. But we might be able to fiddle around with this in the editing stage, maybe put a filter over it, which will give it a more sinister aesthetic. In this shot, we used two cameras. One was tracking with our character around his kitchen whilst he pours himself a drink, and the other camera, which we're seeing here, is keeping on the radio. We wanted to get two shots of this so we could keep the movement fluid and therefore make the editing a bit less jarring in this scene. It'd also be able to keep continuity a lot easier. Uh, we did have a retake of this scene, this shot, um, simply because the first time round he only turned the radio on. But I suggested that he turn the radio up so this way we can experiment with the fiddling with the volume of the radio show that will be playing over the top. The radio show I recorded on GarageBand, and you can find that in another one of the videos on my blog. This is following on, just showing him cleaning out his cup. There isn't much value in this apart from it gives us time to play the radio show that I recorded. Of course, I again requested that we reshoot it because I wanted to try something different. And whilst I tracked around with him here, I then decided it would be a good idea to draw back to the radio, which is still playing the radio show at the moment. I did this because I wanted to draw more attention to the radio because it's the more important thing in this scene. And it's interesting that our character doesn't really pay attention to it. And that kind of thing you find in other films like Shaun of the Dead. That's used for comical effect, but here it's more to add exposition and establish how he's ignorant of the world around him, particularly in what is this apocalyptic event. Also, the style of shot that I used, I think, bears resemblance to very visual directors with a very stylistic approach. So directors such as Quentin Tarantino or Wes Anderson. And the reason why I adopted their directing technique here is simply because I want to try and make full use of the camera and have a more visual storytelling rather than just he goes to the sink, he washes out his cup, etc. Yeah. I wanted to draw attention to the radio, and of course, everyone knows that he's washing out his cup. We can hear him in the background. But I think the more important thing in this scene is, of course, the radio. And that will be shown again in another shot, which is filmed on a separate camera, so I don't have access to that footage, which is of a extreme close up of the radio. We'll put that together during the editing stage. Shot like the point of view shot that we saw earlier in the cupboard is simply to create this eerie atmosphere um, in which it seems like he's being watched. This is through the living room door in his house. There's another camera being used on the staircase as well to show him travel through the hallway. We put it up on the staircase so that we could get another high angle shot like we did before in the kitchen. This was again to make him seem inferior, make him seem vulnerable, and foreshadow what will later happen to him in the story. Similar here, we used a high angle shot to look down on him as he's coming out, although it's more subtle there. And this is simply just to keep continuity and show him leaving the house. So hopefully that will be useful for when we come to edit our piece together. And we'll hopefully make for a better second draft. Thank you for listening.